Good evening, everyone. Let me ask you a simple question. What's the one skill that can change your career, your relationships, and even your happiness? It's the ability to connect with people, to make friends, earn trust, and influence others in a positive way. Whether you're in business, school, or just navigating life, your people skills will determine your success more than your degrees or IQ ever will. So today I want to share the timeless principles from Dale Carnegie's legendary book, How to Win Friends and Influence. These aren't just tips. They're habits of highly likable and influential people. And the good news is anyone can learn them, because here's the truth. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. If you want to build genuine relationships, it starts with empathy, respect, and a little humility. Master these principles, and you won't just have more friends, you'll have better ones. You won't just influence people, you'll inspire them to inspire them. Let's dive into the 8 key principles that will transform the way you connect with others. Genuinely care about others at the heart of every strong friendship, every successful partnership, and every meaningful relationship is one simple truth. People can sense whether you truly care or you're just pretending. You can't fake genuine interest. You can't hack human connection with tricks or clever lines. People are smart. They can tell when you're only being nice because you want something, but they can also tell when your kindness is real, and that's what earns their trust. When you care about others, really care, everything changes. And so, you stop talking just to be heard and you start listening to understand. You ask people how they're doing and you mean it. You remember the little details they mention in passing, their favorite band, their dog's name, their big job interview coming up. And when you bring those things up later, it shows you were paying attention. That single act, remembering what matters to someone else, makes you unforgettable in their eyes. Genuine care doesn't require money, power, or a special talent. It's about presence. It's about presence. It's about putting your phone down, making eye contact, and actually being there when someone speaks. It's about empathy, being willing to feel what another person feels, even if just for a moment. And here's the key. You don't need to agree with someone to care about them. You don't need to fix their problems. Just being there with an open mind and heart is enough to change how they feel about you and about themselves. In a world where everyone is busy chasing attention, the rarest and most powerful thing you can offer is genuine attention to someone else. When you show people that they matter, not for what they can do for you, but for who they are, you'll be amazed at how quickly you win their respect, their trust, and their friendship. And the best part, you don't just win friends, you become a better person in the process. Smile is your best social asset. Think about the people you enjoy being around. Chances are they smile often. Not a forced fake smile, but a real one. The kind that says, I'm happy to see you. That simple gesture, a genuine smile, can do more to build a connection than 1,000 words. A smile is powerful because it's universal. It speaks every language. It crosses every barrier. It instantly makes you appear more approachable, trustworthy, and kind. When you smile, people feel at ease. Their guard drops, tension fades, walls come down. And in that small moment, a connection is born. In a world where everyone is rushing, stressed and distracted, a smile is a breath of fresh air. It signals warmth and positivity. It says, who's safe here? You're seen. You matter. And believe it or not, people remember those who make them feel that way. But here's the thing. Your smile must come from the heart. If you wear a smile like a mask just to manipulate or get ahead, people will pick up on that. A genuine smile isn't about appearances. It's about attitude. It reflects what's inside. Gratitude, kindness, and goodwill. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do in a conversation is simply smile and listen. When someone's nervous, a smile calms them. When someone's unsure, a smile reassures them. And when someone's hurting, a smile, even a small one, can begin the healing process. Smiling isn't just for others either. It changes you. Scientific studies show that the act of smiling can actually boost your mood, reduce stress, and even trick your brain into feeling happier. It's a feedback loop. When you smile, you feel better. And when you feel better, people want to be around you. And the best part, it costs nothing. It doesn't take effort. You don't need training or a script. You already have this tool with you every day. So the next time you meet someone, stop with a smile. Not because you want to impress them, but because you want to make them feel welcome. It might seem like a small thing. Remember people's names. There's a simple, almost magical principle that can instantly make people feel valued, respected, and important. And that is remembering and using their name. Oh, Dale Carnegie famously said, a person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language. Why? Because a name is not just a label, it's a core part of someone's identity. It's tied to their self-worth, their history, their story. When you remember someone's name, you're not just showing good manners, you're saying, you matter, I see you. Think about it. How does it feel when someone you've only met once remembers your name the next time they see you? You feel important, don't you? It shows they were paying attention, that your presence left an impression. Now flip that around. When you remember and use someone's name, you create that same positive feeling in them. You immediately stand out. And here's the truth. Most people don't remember names. They're too focused on what they're going to say next. So when you make the effort to do something as small as remember a name, it sets you apart in a big way. This doesn't mean you need a photographic memory. Just develop the habit of listening. When someone introduces themselves, don't just nod and move on. Pause, repeat their name, use it in conversation, and find an association to help you recall it later. For example, if you meet someone named Sarah who loves photography, you might think Sarah with the camera. Little mental hooks like that make a huge difference. Also, don't be afraid to ask again if you forget. People would rather you ask and get it right than pretend or avoid using their name altogether. And when you use their name naturally, not overdoing it but sincerely, it creates a sense of familiarity, connection, and even trust. Names also build rapport. In professional settings, remembering a client's or colleague's name can strengthen working relationships and boost credibility. In social settings, it creates warmth and friendship. And in everyday life, whether it's your waiter, your barber, or your neighbor, using someone's name turns a transaction into a human interaction. Ultimately, remembering and using someone's name is one of the simplest yet most powerful tools you can use to win friends and influence people. It doesn't require charm, wealth, or status, just attention, care, and respect. Be a good listener in today's world where everyone is eager to speak, post, share, and be heard. Genuine listening has become a rare and powerful act. Being a good listener isn't just polite, it's transformation. It's one of the fastest, most sincere ways to build deep, lasting connections with others. Here's the truth. Most people don't listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. While the other person is speaking, they're already forming their response, waiting for their turn to talk or distracted by their phone or thoughts. But when you truly listen with your full attention, with empathy, without interrupting, people notice, and more importantly, they feel it. When someone feels heard, they feel valued, they feel seen. In that moment, you're not just winning a friend. You're giving them something rare and meaningful, your undivided presence. You're saying what you're saying matters to me. Being a good listener means more than just staying silent. It means actively showing interest, nod, make eye contact, ask follow-up questions, reflect back what they said to show you understood. Simple phrases like, that sounds tough, or tell me more about that, or how did that make you feel, can go a long way. Don't rush to offer solutions unless they ask for advice. Sometimes people don't want answers. They want empathy. They just want someone to listen without judgment. Listening also reveals what's beneath the surface. You'll discover people's dreams, struggles, fears, and motivations, things they don't share with just anyone. Why? Because good listeners create safe spaces. When you listen well, people trust you. And trust is the foundation of influence. Whether you're a leader, a friend, a partner, or a parent, your ability to listen will define the strength of your relationships. The best communicators aren't the ones who talk the most. They're the ones who make others feel heard the most. Here's a simple challenge. The next time you have a conversation, try saying less and listening more. You'll be surprised how much people will open up, how valued they'll feel, and how deeply they'll appreciate you for it. Being a good listener isn't just a skill. It's a gift to others and to yourself. Because the more you listen, the more you learn. And the more you learn, the more capable you become of leading, connecting, and influencing with wisdom and heart. Talk in terms of other people's interests. One of the most powerful yet overlooked secrets of effective communication is this. If you want to influence someone, talk about what they care about, not just what you care about. So many conversations fail, not because people don't have anything to say, but because they're saying it from the wrong angle. They focus on themselves, their goals, their opinions, their achievements, and forget that the person across from them is tuned into a different channel. What's in it for me? It's not selfish, it's human nature. Everyone sees the world through their own lens. Everyone is interested in their own dreams, problems, passions, and plans. So if you want to build rapport, win someone over, or simply make them feel valued, start by speaking that language, the language of the interest. Let's say you're meeting someone new. Instead of diving into your resume or your latest project, ask about their hobbies, their family, or their work. If they love fishing, ask about their favorite spot. If they're into music, ask what they've been listening to lately. Watch how their eye. When someone talks about something they're passionate about, they become animated, energized, and open. And in that moment, they begin to associate those positive feelings with you. This principle is especially powerful. It's especially powerful in business, leadership, and negotiation. Instead of pushing your product, frame it in terms of how it solves their problem. Instead of listing your accomplishments, explain how your experience helps them. It's not manipulation, it's empathy. It's seeing the world from the other person's perspective and meeting them there. But here's the key. Your interest has to be genuine. Don't fake curiosity just to gain favor. People can spot insincerity a mile away. Instead, train yourself to actually care. Be curious about people. Learn to enjoy discovering what makes others tick. You'll find that most people have fascinating stories, unique viewpoints, and valuable insights if you're willing to listen. Even in conflict or disagreement, this principle holds true. Try to understand what the other person wants or needs. Ask yourself what's important to them. What are they afraid of losing or hoping to gain? When you speak to those core motivations, you turn opposition into cooperation. At its heart, talking in terms of other people's interests is about respect. It says, your world matters to me. And when someone feels that, they're far more likely to open their mind, lower their defenses, and walk with you instead of against you. Give honest and sincere appreciation. There's a deep truth about human nature that never changes. People crave appreciation, not flattery, not manipulation, but genuine, heartfelt recognition for who they are and what they do. From the boardroom to the classroom, from our homes to our communities, one thing remains constant. People want to feel seen, valued, and appreciated. This desire isn't driven by ego. It's driven by the human need to feel that our efforts matter, that our presence makes a difference, that someone notices what we bring to the table. And yet appreciation is one of the most underused tools in building relationships. Why? Because most people confuse it with flattery. Let's be clear, flattery is shallow. It's exaggerating, sincere, and often self-serving. It's about getting something. But honest appreciation is deep. It's grounded in truth, in observation, and respect. It's about giving something meaningful with no strings attached. Honest appreciation might look like this. Telling a colleague, the way you handled that situation today was really impressive. You stay calm and focused. I learned a lot just watching you. Saying to a friend, I've always admired how you're there for people, even when you're going through your own struggles. That takes strength. Noticing the little things, like the extra effort someone puts in, the kindness they show, the sacrifices they make, and saying something about it. And here's the powerful part. You don't need a grand moment to show appreciation. Sometimes a few well-chosen words at the right time can completely change someone's day or their life. When you give sincere appreciation, you're doing more than complimenting someone. You're building trust, boosting morale, and strengthening bonds. You're watering the roots of your relationship, helping it grow deeper and stronger. Appreciation also opens the door to influence. People are far more likely to listen to you, work with you, and walk beside you when they feel respected and uplifted in your presence. In fact, many leaders have built their legacy not by commanding authority, but by appreciating their people and making them feel essential. But just like any other powerful tool, appreciation must be used with care. It must be specific, personal, and real. Don't just say a good job. Say why it was a good job. Don't throw around praise to get ahead. Use it to lift others up. When you make a habit of looking for the good in others and expressing it sincerely, two things happen. People begin to gravitate toward you, and you begin to see more good in the world. That shift in mindset, from focusing on faults to recognizing value, not only improves your relationships, it transforms your entire outlook on life. Make the other person feel important and do it sincerely. At the core of almost every human interaction is one silent question: do I matter to you? Every person, regardless of age, status, background, or success, carries within them a deep desire to feel important. Not in a selfish or arrogant way, but in the most human sense, to feel that their life, their voice, their presence counts.